Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Friday. Well, as you can see, we're going to be working on the Blue Owl from DIYChoose again. And this time I'm up here in this general vicinity at the top, and the color that I'm using is 3846. And I thought I'd have me some Earl Grey tea today. Yeah, that just sounded good. Yeah, it's cold and looking like snowish and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know the drill. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of snow and cold and wind. Wind especially. I mean, I don't mind it much in the summertime. And it doesn't get extremely hot here at all. So, oh, I got my needles in. No biggie there. And I got my new finger thingies. Well, okay, so this is the first batch I got. I don't know if you can tell. It's got bumps all over it, pretty predominantly. So I got the second box, and these are size 12s. Are these? Well, I took a couple out. So I thought the bumps were more on the first batch. So I don't know. I kind of like the second batch the best. So we're just going to use one. I used one earlier. Not earlier today, but yesterday, just to see if there was a difference in them. So, yeah. And I made my what do you call it? My lasagna yesterday. And I went to get the pan out, and I touched, just like, you know, real fast, against a part on the oven. For some reason, I, misjudged. Objects are closer than they appear. Yeah, that happens all the time. Yeah, it's amazing I can drive. But distance is better than up close. So anyway, I kind of seared my finger, but it didn't bubble or blister or anything. It just was kind of white and doesn't even hurt. So I thought, oh, here we go. Yeah, I'll be not able to stitch. That didn't happen. So yay. Thank you, dear Lord. Because I really, truthfully don't know what I'd do if I couldn't stitch. I don't know what's wrong with this stitch, but it's looking a little weird. Alright. But I thought we'd just stitch on this for a while because it has such beautiful blue thread to it. And I felt like using blue. I stitched yesterday probably for a good 2-3 hours on the Chinese building. And yeah, what else? I don't think I did anything else. I may have finished the thread up that I was using on what is it, Mount Fuji. But yeah, yesterday was kind of bizarre. You remember that part where I said I wasn't leaving the house and all I was going to do all day was stitch? Well, that didn't happen. So we got a winter weather advisory. Yeah, a lot of good that did. You see where this is going. And I'm looking. Okay. It didn't look like there was a stitch under that. Yeah, so I thought, well, I'll get the trash all together and then I'll have it out, in case it was supposed to snow. 11 inches, here we are. Yeah, okie doke. So we'll see what happens today. So I got the trash out, and I had some bacon in the refrigerator, so I fried it all up. No, I didn't eat it all, thank goodness. Yeah, I could have, but I didn't. I thought, well, I'll save it for salads, because I knew I was going to have a salad with my lasagna. And, just keep it in a baggie handy if I want something on Sunday. I usually have eggs and bacon or bacon and French toast for Sunday breakfast. So, yeah, I did all that. Got that whole mess cleaned up and put away. And then, about between 3 and 4 somewhere, I started on the lasagna. And I got that all done. So, we have something, I have something to eat here. All I have to do is heat it up, and that'll be awesome. The rest of it I'll put in the freezer. I had to make a 13 by 9 pan because I don't know any better. And I made enough sauce so that I could use the sauce for the lasagna and have sauce left over to put in the freezer to have if I want some spaghetti. I can just make a small batch of spaghetti. And it's already done, so. So we got ahead a little bit, and after all that crap was done, then entered the cookie episode. So now I'm thinking, oh, this winter weather advisor, it's not going away. So I maybe ought to go and get the stuff for the cookies. Well, I've come to find out when I looked up the dumb recipe, I know I'm talking more than stitching. Come to find out it took unsalted butter, not salted butter. And I just wanted to see what was in it. Plus, remember I told you I didn't get the flavoring that I wanted. So, off to the grocery store about 6 o'clock at night to get the flavoring. So, I couldn't decide on that either. So, I got almond, lemon, and orange. So, we'll see how that all pans out. But, yeah. I'd originally thought, well, maybe lemon would be good, you know. So, not a clue. So, we have all those flavors now. We can just use them to our heart's content. And, of course, I had to get the stuff to make it twice because in my brain, everything is like making crepes. And if you have made crepes, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The first time we made crepes, we made a batch. Just the way the little recipe said it came with the crepe pan, right? So by the time we got done fooling with the pan, we had about 4. So we had to make another batch. So in my brain, I'm thinking, this ain't going to turn out so hot the first time. So we'll get enough to make a double batch of this stuff. I ought to be really on to these by the time Christmas comes along, right? I hope so. I hope it turns out okay. So I'll keep you informed. I'll let you know tomorrow because I'm going to do this afternoon, but the butter has to get to room temperature. So I don't think I've ever made I always call them shortbread cookies. My mother used to just say they were short cookies. Does that make any sense to everybody? So, if you've made spritz cookies, let me know. How was your episode with the spritz cookie? So, yeah. The worst cookie episode ever were the Springerly cookies, and I don't know if you know what those are. So, the only recipe that Grandma and I had was from a cookbook that belonged to her mother. That'll tell you something right there. And it said, now it probably would have helped if you had a stand-up, you know, like a KitchenAid mixer, but we didn't, no. It said to beat the dough for like 45 minutes. So we beat and we beat and we beat until both of our arms about fell off. We finally got it done. Then we had a Springerly, what do you call it? Rolling pin. And I'm just using this as an example. So the rolling pin has little oblong pictures that go all the way across the thing. So there's like 12, you know. So you roll out the dough with a regular rolling pin. Then you take this rolling pin and roll it along, and it cuts all the cookies, yeah, theoretically. But you still have to take them you know, cut them apart with a knife. Then you have to lay them out on a cookie sheet and let them dry for a certain amount of time. Yeah, they were the worst cookies Grandma and I ever made. So they do taste like Anna's. I knew that going into it. I was real excited because, you know, I'm a Formula 44 baby. I love Vicks Formula 44 and black licorice flavor. So, yeah. That was another episode that, God, I thought we were never going to get those cookies made. They were different. And they were short cookies, too. They were about the size of marzipan when you got done. They didn't get any bigger on the cookie sheet when you cooked them. Yeah. So, yeah, it's like live and learn. Live and learn. So it'll be interesting to see how the cookie press goes. I don't know which will fall apart first, the cookie press or my hand, because it has a trigger thingy that you press, you know, to make it come out. I don't know. I've never done this. I've seen this all in theory, you know, and in books and, you know, in videos, and everybody just makes it look like it's just hop, skip, and jump. So we'll see how much hopping and skipping and jumping we'll have to do. Yeah, it'll be awesome. Oh, God. I'm trying to move you over here. So, yeah, that was about as exciting as my day was yesterday. Getting prepared for a winter storm that may or may not show up. Yeah, it'll be fun. It will be fun. I was going to use the thread that I had left over from the last time, but, yeah. And I wanted to get closer to the edge so I didn't have to hang on to, oh, for pity's sake, to so much material at one time. Yeah. It's awesome. Boy, them scissors are kind of a little sharp there. Oh, and I kind of cleaned up my desk yesterday. Not too terribly much, but we did what we could. Oh, come on. Tell me, please. Oh, God, I got that dang thimble on. I can't grab nothing. Oh, my goodness. Maybe we should just sit here and talk. What do you think? Oh, Lord. I think I'm going to do this a different way. I got to find out where it's at. There we go. I'll just pull that thread through and then knot it. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, sometimes I just despise doing something new that I'm not real sure about, so, and I have no confidence in and no prior skills. Yeah, that's where I always get into trouble. No prior skill at doing this or seeing it firsthand. Yeah. Like I said, these cookies were not on my mother's repertoire. Now, chocolate chip cookies, I'm your girl. I know how to make chocolate chip cookies. And oatmeal cookies, and oatmeal raisin cookies, and thumbprint cookies. And yeah, but pressed cookies, nope. Not happening. But I just thought they'd be nice and light. So, we'll see. We'll see. Because I get sick of buying the same kind of cookie at the grocery store. Do y'all have that problem? I got stuck on Chips Ahoy for the longest time. I'm really sick of Chips Ahoy. Can we do something else? And I'm not one to make a whole bunch of cookies, you know, from scratch. I'd sooner just buy it from the bakery at the grocery store and keep moving. Because, yeah. Except for when I'm in the mood. Now that would be like the holidays, you know. Or somebody's birthday or something. Which somebody specially requested it. But we will see. You know, I'm looking at the picture on this cookie thing. don't know if I unbury it, but I do have some blackberry jam that I could put in there. It's not jam. What is that stuff called? Not sorbet. Wrong word. Wrong thing. Where it's just fruit. It's kind of a lighter version of jam or preserve. Y'all know what I mean. But yeah. Because I was at the grocery store, a couple weeks ago, and I wanted blackberry jam. I am so tired of going to the grocery store, and all I could find was strawberry and grape. So we were someplace else, and I went, huh, they got other flavors. So yeah, I found this blackberry, but didn't find blackberry preserves or jam or jelly or... And if I did, they were like $7, $8 because it was in some fancy schmancy thing. Where is the Smuckers when you need it? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, we'll just kind of see how all this goes. And when I worked on the, switching gears here, sorry, the building thing, I spent 2 hours just hitting remember I told you there was like individuals or a little tiny group of obscure threads, if you will. Obscure symbols, yeah. So I was trying to get it so that, you know, it was finished all the way to this point, or finished, yeah. I don't know. It'll get done when it gets done. And then I'll have to go back and do some back stitching. I don't think there's a whole lot on it. If there is, I just don't want to know right now. Yeah. Oh, and I did a thing, and I can't remember what company I got it from, but yeah, there's another thing coming that I said, oh, walk away, and if you've been watching, you'll know exactly what I got. Yep, couldn't resist. So, we'll see that when it gets here. Yeah, I just do these things. I don't know why. Just, is it the fear of missing out? I have no idea. Yeah. Some days, I doubt my own sanity. But, you know, it's kind of nice every once in a while to have a challenge. It doesn't make just straight stitching so humdrum. Whatever that word is. You know what I mean. Oh, my goodness. And some days I'm my own worst enemy. Yep. So we'll see how, between this month and next, things come out in the wash, you know? We will see. Oh, another good one. So I'm looking for something to stitch on this, right? And I'm looking at this. Oh, it's 04. So I get out the 04 number, or thread, get it all separated, get ready to put it in the needles, and I'm realizing that this is upside down. So I had to put all that away. Sanity is becoming an issue. I can no longer cipher upside down and backwards. I'm telling you. It sucks to get old. Hey, this thing works pretty good. It's not sticking onto the material. I haven't tried it with silk yet. I was going to work on the silk thing and I went, nah, maybe not. Not today. I want to do some flowers in the silk, but yeah, we're not there yet. I know, I can just move down and work on it, so we'll see. Maybe later today, when I need a break from the cookie episode, we'll find out. Found out something new about my toaster oven. I have a big, extra big, shall we say, toaster oven that I got a couple years ago, maybe. And I just found out that it has, okay, I don't know where to go with this. It has a heavy-duty tray that you can sit things on to cook. Because at one point, I decided I was going to cook, what was it, a ham in my oven. And I got the ham ready, put it in there, and I put it on the regular shelf, and the shelf fell down. It didn't hurt my toaster oven. But I'm like, it says I can cook a 20-pound turkey in here. There is no way a 20-pound turkey is going to lay on that regular shelf. Went right out of my brain and on to the next. Entered yesterday. I go, I wonder if that pan is supposed to fit on the shelf. Yep. Because it came with an extra pan. Couldn't figure out what it was for. I'm telling you, getting old. It's sucky. So, we used it yesterday because the lasagna was a little bit heavy. But I knew it would be. I'm surprised. What was it? I fixed something. And my goodness, it was really heavy. But I can't remember what it was. But it came in a big pan as well. But, geez. But I was at a total loss. I'm like, well, that's fake advertising. I can't cook no 20-pound turkey. It'd take forever in that oven. But, yeah. It's kind of like using an easy bake oven. It either works or it burns everything to hell. Yeah. But no, it's been working fine. I'm very happy with it, and I've definitely gotten my money's worth out of it. So, yay. Oh my goodness. I don't know how long. Hang on just a second, guys. Alright, I'm back. For a moment there, I thought it wasn't recording, but I couldn't see where it was up at the top, where it was recording, because the thing that holds it was in the way, so I had to pause everything and move it a bit. So, yeah. We're having so much fun. So maybe I'll work on this a little bit today and maybe make a little bit of progress. But it depends. In between everything else. At least I don't have to cook dinner. Dinner is already done. Thank goodness. Yeah, it's such an ordeal to make lasagna. You know, there's some elements there. But it always turns out okay, even if you improvise in between, you know. I don't even need a recipe anymore. I just make it the way I want to. And it goes a long way, so that's good. Yeah, I moved over here. Don't ask. It'll be fine. This was a big area, so I figured it would be good for stitching on here, so I don't have to stop and start every 20 minutes, or 20 seconds, I should say. Yeah, I got enough of that yesterday. I just kind of pushed myself to work on the confettied parts. So, yeah. Because otherwise they're just not going to get done. Because every time I get, let's say there's a symbol of an X. Well, I start with X, but I'm down here working on X when, you know, it needs to be filled in. Up here, I forget about the upper part. Yeah. Insane. Going there quickly. I am. In one hand, I want it to be stitched. On the other hand, I don't want it to end because it's such a easy thing to stitch on. It's like picking up knitting. I can pick that up and just stitch. And not even really have to look at the needles. I can do two things at once when I'm knitting. Unless it's I'm not a bad pattern. A complex pattern or something, but yeah. I haven't knitted in a while. I just haven't felt like it. And this is the season to be knitting. No, I couldn't knit a sock or a sweater, so don't get too excited. I'm your Afghan strip girl. Yeah, that's all I know. And like I said, I know how to do it, so I can just stitch away. Well, that got us back over to this corner, didn't it? Such a pretty colored turquoise. I love the colors in this thing. It's just absolutely stunning. So that's why I wanted to make some progress on it. We'll see if we can do that today. After a while, sometimes I have to stitch on something else besides that big one. I've been stitching on it, I swear, every day since I got it, like the 15th of January. I put a little time in every day. So, yeah. It will get done. Not saying how fast, but I really enjoy the pattern. And if I'm not making any progress in one place, I'll just jump down and start working on trees or something. Something that's not a building, not tan. Because I'm using tans, browns, golds for that top part. It does have a smattering of a little bit of blue, a little bit of, like, what do you call it, neon green. But, yeah, no. Alright, guys. Well, I think you've heard me blather on long enough today. I know, and I keep stitching. Alright, there we go. So we got quite a bit of that. I stopped here because I knew I'd have to stop and come back over here, so that's why I came this way. Alright, guys. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.